Hello, and welcome to this segment of Wake Up and Live with the Arts. I'm Eva Withers Evans, along with Sue Johnson, and our guest for this segment is Debra Rose, a renowned actress, singer, stage manager, production manager, and today we're going to talk about your latest project, which is called?
It is a project for Project One Voice. And it is a staged reading of Ntozake Shange's choreo poem called For Colored Girls Who Have Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough.
Okay.
That's a mouthful.
Right. Yes, it is. Okay, so tell us about the project. What is Project One Voice, first of all?
Well, Project One Voice is an organization that was founded in 2010. And it's basically to raise the awareness of Black theater. And so on one day each year, we do a production all on the same day in over 20 theaters across the country.
Right.
And it's all usually a staged reading. And it just showcases Black authors, playwrights, and actors and actresses, and it's just a wonderful thing. We usually rehearse for just 3 days before the production, and it's amazing what can be accomplished in 3 days. I mean, I'm still amazed, and this is my 3rd year working with them.
Right. So I'm sorry. So as production manager, what are your duties? What do you get a chance to do?
Oh my, everything and anything. Basically, I am in charge of making sure that the facility is available, that the actors and actresses are all in line. They all, mostly communication at this point, because some of the actors are even out of town, and they'll be coming in that weekend for the show, which is June 16th.
Where?
Here at Rainey Institute.
Oh, great.
And it was here 2 years ago. Some people will remember that.
Right.
And that's how you and I reconnected from
That
the
is. I saw your smiling face, and I was so excited.
You, me.
And
because we had lost each other for a little while.
we had. And so I'm responsible for all of the communications between the actors and, you know, arranging the rehearsal space, lights, sound, anything else, snacks. I mean, down to snacks for the actors. Make sure that everybody gets here on time, is picked up at the airport. That the script is prepared for the light and sound people.
The cues.
The cues, yes, the light and sound cues. Getting the music together that we'll be using. The what else? Gosh.
You're the head,
assembling a team, you know, that I'll be working with.
You know, the master of all. You're the chief cook and bottle washer. And what is Dale's role while you're doing all of this? What is our fearless leader doing?
He is responsible for organizing the
we
production.
Should say that Dale Shields is
I deliberately
the
didn't. I was waiting for that to come out. I deliberately didn't.
Yes, well, Dale Ricardo Shields, Cleveland's own Dale Ricardo Shields, is the director, and he's actually produced the full production of this a number of occasions. And although this is a staged reading, it won't be just people standing on stage with their scripts. There will be movement, there'll be lots of color and lights and sound and fog.
There's some sort of wardrobe, minimum wardrobe, isn't there? It's not all like dressed in black or something. But.
Well, actually, the ladies for this production will be dressed in black, except for a color that will be associated with them. Because in the script, the ladies are associated by color. The lady in red, lady in yellow, orange, green, brown, etc. So they will have pieces of fabric that will kind of show their color, so that you'll be able to.
Similar to
that
what
could be
do.
assembled another way. I mean, interpret another way. But anyway, so that the audience will see, you know, this is the lady
in red.
You know,
right.
Well, let me ask you, for our audience who may not be familiar with number one, what a choreo poem is. How is it different from a straight up and out, what we would call a play? And secondly, if you can give some highlights without giving away, you know, everything. What's the content? In other words, what are these ladies contemplating, talking about for colored girls who've considered suicide when the rainbow is enough? That's a fascinating title in of itself.
It is. It is. Well, the script consists of poems, of prose and poetry that was written by Ntozake Shange. And in the inception of this whole thing, someone came to her and said, you know, this would be really great if you added movement to it. And so that's what she did. And she was doing it in little cafes and things in, you know, in her hometown, and then it sort of grew from there. So the choreo poem is basically choreographed poetry.
Poetry, yes.
Okay, and this is not necessarily full-fledged dance, you know, but it is to movement and it's to music, and the story is really just highlighting Black women and things that they go through.
The situations they encounter, the conditions and experiences they are having, some in common, some individually, but still collectively.
Yes, and it does address some sensitive subjects, which will be brought out. Your viewers may probably remember the movie for colored girls, which was a couple of years ago, directed by
Felicia Rashad and
yes. Well, the way that the choreo poem differs from the movie is that the focus is on the women, and Dale's vision for this is to not. Many of the poems talk about, well, you know, this man did me wrong, or this happened to me, or that happened to me, but the focus is not on the men and their effect on the women. The focus is on the strength
of the women,
and the power that we have as women, as Black women, as members of society.
Much like the color purple.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And that's one of the things about whether you call it Black American playwriting or literature or African American, is the fact that these topics are mainstream. They're not limited to just a particular culture like African American.
Right, I was going to say that because a lot of the poems and the problems, the situations in the poetry, they relate to all women, not just Black women.
Right,
they do.
So it's something that everybody should see.
And there are things that we don't talk about.
Exactly.
That women go through, and so I think it will be not only great for women to see, because it'll, you know, sometimes we think we're the only ones going through something.
Right.
We think that we're alone. And so when we see that someone else is going through it and is willing to put that out for everyone to see, that really has a great impact on us. And for men too, because, you know, we go through things silently sometimes.
Exactly.
You know, and so this will bring some of those things out, and, you know, maybe it will help the men understand the women better, and
vice versa, for that matter.
Yes, absolutely.
But
the cast.
Oh, tell us about the cast.
I'd be happy to. We have some just wonderful talent for this. Matter of fact, you had one of our cast members on recently, Mariama White, recording artist, and besides that, she's just a wonderful person.
She's beyond dynamic actor and a human being.
So she will be part of the cast.
Okay.
Also, will be Kimberly Brown.
I haven't seen Kimberly in quite a while.
I haven't seen her in a while.
Quite a while, yeah.
She will be in it. Also, Nina Dominique Glover.
Yes.
Maha McCain.
Now she's new to me.
Pia Long, Benita Rahman, and Sabrina McPherson.
Okay.
Okay, so they will all be, I have not met some of these ladies, but I cannot wait. I've gotten to know them through emails and things, you know, and I can't wait to see them on stage.
Well, I'm proud to say that Kimberly Brown and Nina Domaine Glover are two of my children.
Oh, wow. Yes. You watch them really just come on up.
They are two of my children. They call me Mama Eva.
Hot dog.
Well, all right.
Hot dog, well, these are, you've got a phenomenal cast with a phenomenal story, a phenomenal director, at a phenomenal location, which we're very proud to be part of Rainey Institute, meaning that Lee Lazar, Beverly Brown and Company host and sponsor our tapings here. And yes,
and
ma'am.
the phenomenal production manager.
Well,
that's
I'm
just
behind
Debra.
the scenes.
That's just Debra.
Don't say I'm just behind the scenes. 'Cause
Stop
with
it.
all of your
Without
duties,
you,
baby, without you,
There'd be no production.
there'd be no production.
And never forget it.
That's
Well,
right.
I'm very excited. You know, I major, most of the time I'm a performer, and so it's nice to really, to work behind the scenes to
Right.
get a feel of everyone else.
And that's called being versatile,
Yes.
which means you have value in front of and behind the camera, the lights, the curtain,
Right.
whatever. Yeah.
I will do anything behind the scenes except stage manage. It's too much responsibility.
No, yeah.
I will
It's
not
tough.
do it.
It's wicked.
I will not
It's
do it. And
wicked.
I have all the respect for anybody that is willing to stage manage a show, because to me it's just too much responsibility.
Thank you.
And-
It
yeah.
is a lot. And actually for this, the first time that I was stage manager last year for the production of a soldier's play, I said, well, I could do that. 3 days rehearsal, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I was enlightened.
Uh-huh.
It's been a wonderful experience. And to be able to work with everyone and, you know, just support not only Rainey, which a big, huge thank you goes out to
Yes,
Rainey
Yeah.
yes.
for allowing us to come here.
Right.
And then for Project One Voice too, you know,
Right.
to be able to support a national organization and to support Dale Shields, because he's one of my
Exactly.
favorite
Yes.
directors.
Yeah.
So,
well, on that
that's
note,
wonderful.
let's give the exact title again, dates of production, where it's going to be, and where they can get tickets.
Okay. The title of the production is For Colored Girls Who Have Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough, a choreo poem by Ntozake Shange. It will be produced here at Rainey Institute on East 55th Street on June 16th, 2014.
Is that a
at
Monday?
7:30. It is Monday.
And it's a one performance
It is
deal.
one performance only
At what
Okay.
time?
at 7:30.
7:30.
Tickets are available through Eventbrite. That's eventbrite.com.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't know how they do that.
Yes. But it's just the way it sounds, EVENTBRITE.
TE. Yes.
.com, and you can go there and get tickets. It also gives you other information about the production and about
Okay.
Project One Voice. And we also have a fundraising campaign going on. It's on
cool.
GoFundMe.com. There's so many organizations and individuals who have raised money
Through
through
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe. So we're also doing that. We've got some wonderful donations for that, just to kind of help with the production, because Project One Voice is a not-for-profit organization.
right.
So we don't have any kind of funding, and so we rely on ticket prices
Contributions
and
and-
contributions from wonderful folks to be able to make this a reality.
Okay. Well, you said it all, or almost all, and I just hit my microphone pack again, and Lester's gonna croak. Okay, but we want to thank you for stopping by.
Yes,
we know
thank
how
you.
My pleasure.
you are, and that you're on your way to something else right now.
I am.
So
I have a
give
performance.
Dale our regards.
I will.
And hopefully, maybe I'll see you on Monday, June 16th.
I'll be looking forward to it.
You got it.
All right, thank you.
Thanks a lot. And we got more guests. Wake up and live with the arts.